Mark. All right, we know this. Investigators, they've given us somewhat of a profile of the man that they think kidnapped, murdered Jessica Ridgeway, but on the other hand, not saying much. We're going to talk to a former police detective about why police are so tight-lipped about a possible suspect. All right, the person who kidnapped and killed 10-year-old Jessica Ridgeway still on the loose tonight, but investigators, they do have some idea of who they're looking for.
That's right. On Friday, the FBI did release a psychological profile of the man they think killed Jessica. They say that the suspect is likely male, might have recently missed work or suddenly left town. He could have changed his appearance, gotten rid of his car, and he may have an intense interest in the investigation. They say people should be looking for abnormal behavior. Joining us now, former police detective Steve Kardian. And Steve, we found a profile of this guy, but, you know, police aren't saying much more about who they're looking for. Explain why.
Well, Kira, there comes a point in an investigation, and we see that every major police department, even the small ones, they have a public information or a police spokesperson. And that's because we like to work with the media. You provide a great deal of help. But there also comes a time when the public has given as much as they can with regard to information to the police, and now we've got to keep it close to the vest. We know that this individual has an intense interest in this case and is likely following media very, very closely.
Okay, Steve, so watching the TV, what's that tell you? I mean, do you see this and go, this was a calculated, planned, obviously heinous crime here, that he knew where he was going, had some, you know, had watched the patterns of these little kids as they made that walk to school?
You have to think it is calculated rather than a spontaneous event. Whereby he did take his time to stalk out the area, to watch and plan where he was going to take this person. And you have to believe it is someone local. It may not, but the probability, predators like the comfort of remaining in areas that they are known to, that they're familiar with. So in addition to that, I think that he's not only calculating, but he's probably intelligent.
And there were these other two attempted abductions where a man was seen trying to lure these kids into the car, offering them candy. I mean, the oldest trick in the book, Steve. So more than likely, could this be the same guy?
Law enforcement is going to keep every aspect of this investigation open, including the prospect that these cases are related. They can't discount them at this time.
Hey, Steve, what do you make of the location where Jessica's body was just dumped, basically? And I don't want to go too far with it, but dismembered as well. Does that tell you anything about who could have done this?
Yeah, a very diabolical, evil individual. We're looking at a number of crime scenes. We're going to have the initial place where likely the child was abducted. Jessica was abducted by a car. Intentionally throwing the backpack and the bottle at that second location, and then he Skyping out the third location where a body was ultimately found.
All right. Hey, Steve, thanks again. We appreciate your insights on this one. We're going to continue to follow this. Again, you mentioned it, really basically three places to glean for answers: the walk to where she was abducted, the backpack, water bottle, and also obviously where her body was found. So, Steve, thanks again.